Hi, I'm Beck. Welcome and congratulations in taking another step on getting to know your TM6. The more you know about it, the more you'll use it. Using Cookidoo is a personal choice, but I just want to say that it's more than just a recipe platform. I make it my job to show you the features so you can choose if they'll benefit you. So, who am I? I'm a chef and pastry chef. I've owned and run a busy cafe up in the hills. I've worked at Chisholm as a teacher and I've been running the cooking school here for over a decade. I love sharing my knowledge. For me, sharing my tips and recipes and hearing your progress brings me joy. What we're talking about today is quite a large subject. Many don't realise how it can save time and money and help inspire a variety of evening meals for you. I'm going to show you how to use the platform in this area of menu planning and shopping. You may choose to use it the same or adapt it to suit yourself. I use the platform all the way up to getting my goods delivered, but if you like going to the supermarket, and I do sometimes, having a list can help. I run other free Zooms that talk about filters, how to search for recipes that are specific to your needs, modes, etc. But I want to focus on the meal planning and shopping features for this Zoom. There really is a lot to your Thermomix. So let's just start in bite-sized chunks. That way you can start utilizing them bit by bit and understand them as you go. Okay, so let me show you what I do each week. It only takes me about half an hour to an hour to plan my weekly meals, order the ingredients, and then have them delivered straight to my door. I know that's not what everybody wants to do, but you might like to use part of my process. Okay, so the first thing I do is I go to Woolworths and I check out the weekly specials. I have a Woolworths account and a rewards card. I've saved up so much money over the years by using this feature that Woolworths have. I pick the specials, it knows me, it knows what I normally purchase. When I visit the supermarket, I always end up spending more than what I probably should. It prevents me from impulse buying. Because I have an online account, and I suspect because I've got my loyalty card, it helps. Woolworths can actually keep a track of what I purchase and will offer up items that are on special under a tab called My Specials and Offers. As you can see here with this little arrow, these offers are tailored towards me personally. By checking out what's on special before I plan my menu, I can utilize these specials that are available to me. Okay, so let's have a look at what I typically do every week. So the first thing I do is I log into my Woolworths account. Now, you may not use Woolworths, you might use Coles. My thing is Woolworths, I can get my goods delivered via Cookidoo, and I can also take advantage of all their reward programs. So I stick with Woolworths all the time because they get to know me and they get to know what things I like to cook. So here we go. Up here, there is a specials and catalogue. Now, this time of year, I've recorded this straight after Christmas, so usually there's a lot of things out of stock, and they don't have a lot of meat on their menu, but that's the first thing I usually go for. So what I do first is I go to My Specials and Offers, and that is actually things that they have seen that I've purchased each week for myself, or things that I've clicked on. So mine's a bit mixed up because I use this to demonstrate things. For instance, this Scotch fillet, we do purchase that quite a bit, and this is on special this week, so I would add that to my cart. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll down and see if there's any more protein, that there may not be because, like I said, at this time of year. All right, so there's nothing there. So what I would do next is I want to know what proteins, because they're the things that cost the most, that are actually on special. So I go back up here and I go to catalogue. Or you can go here and you can go Specials Hub. Now, going to Specials Hub, you can go then to poultry, meat and seafood, because that's the protein section, which is the most expensive. And I want to see the things that are actually on special. So we can choose this then to place our order for the week. They're on special, and then we go to Cookidoo and choose recipes that suit. So let's say, just checking things that I might like. Let's go for these beef medallions. All right, so what have we got? We've got chicken, we've got beef medallions, and we've got fillets, pork fillets. So from there, I go to Cookidoo. So here's my Cookidoo account, and the first thing, we're going to go chicken, thigh. I prefer thigh fillets to anything else, and we're going to pick a dish that we want to make that has the thigh fillets in it. So let's go this one. This one's a really popular dish, so I'm going to add this to my week. So this little ellipsis here, you can go add to my week, and let's say this delivery, or we're going to go shopping on Monday, so we're going to make this on Tuesday night. So we'll save that. So the next thing was pork, so I'm going to scroll back up and I'm going to go pork. So let's have a look. So good for that cut. Let's go this one. So we're going to add this one to the week, and we're going to add to the collection, add to my week, sorry. Now, these usually come in blister packs, so you know that they're going to be a few days and they'll be fine. So let's say we're going to make this on Thursday. Save. What was the other thing that we rump. So now we're going back to here, and we're going to go rump steak. Let's go with this quick Musman beef curry. We're going to add that to our week, and let's say we're going to make that on Saturday, and save. All right, so now I go up here to my week, and I can see, sorry, I've got things in here that I was going to make before, is that little ellipsis again. If we click on that, because this is the one that we're going to make in this week, and we're going to add this to a shopping list. So add that, and we said that we're going to have the beef because that was on special, and we're going to add to a shopping list. And this one was going to be for another one, and we're going to add this to a shopping list. Now up here you can see that we've got these three things that are now in our shopping list. So if we go show ingredients here, now every single ingredient that you need to make those recipes on Cookidoo now comes up on your shopping list. You might have these, or you might choose to use something else in place of that you already have. So say if you go, look, I'm not going to use palm sugar, but I've got brown sugar, so I don't need that, so I'm clicking that little box. There's little boxes down the side here. They're really hard to see. I wish it was a little bit darker, but that's the way it is. Now in Australia, our water out of our tap is absolutely fine, so I don't need water. I don't need masala wine. I don't need lemon because I've got them on my tree. So I'm just going through and I'm getting rid of all the things that I don't need because I already have them in my pantry, or I'm swapping it out for something else. So let's go through and do this quickly. I'm just going to get rid of some of these spices because I don't want this list to look too long, otherwise it's going to be a bit weird. All right, so now we have this shortened list because we've probably got a lot of these things in our pantry. The great thing is these items, even though you've taken them off your list, they're still down here below. So say if you go, oh, I thought I had fish sauce, but I actually don't, you can actually uncheck that there, and it will pop back up in your list. So you can have this list sitting here for ages, and you can change it as you go. So I like to do this weekly. It's so easy to do that I sit with my laptop in front of me and do it in front of the TV at night. So this is all by category, which is great because if you're going to actually shop and go to the supermarket, you can actually click up here on these options and print. Now this is going to be in order of the aisles that you go in. So the dairy produce, the meat aisle, the baking ingredients aisle, so on and so forth. So this will print out exactly like that. But say if you've decided that you're going to not make one of these recipes now, you can actually put it by recipe list. So now your ingredients up here are put in the whole list for that recipe. So say if you go, look, I've changed my mind and I'm not going to make this musman beef curry, I'm going to make something else. You can remove everything that's on that list for that recipe in one foul sweep. So let's do it. It's gone. So there you go. So that recipe is now gone. You can go to categories and you'll see that all those ingredients are now gone. So let's go on with what happens next. So you can see here in my week, you can have two views of this. You can have it as a sort of monthly view, or you can go to this one up the top here and have it on a daily view. Now, going to this week that we've just planned, here's a thing where you can change something. Just for instance, this particular day, I've got 2 meals on the same day. If I go, oh look, you know, I actually didn't mean to do that, I want to move this one to this date, all you do is click on there and you say 12, maybe it's there you go. So that just moves across to the next day. So now we've got a dinner for each day, but they're not all on our shopping list. Just say, for instance, we've already got the ingredients for the things here and here, and all we need are these 3 things that are on our ingredient list. Now you can see here that I've got Greek pita bread. Now this is one of my recipes. So yes, you can actually add your recipes, so your created recipes, to a shopping list. Just remember that you have to make sure that you've got your ingredients correct. You know, if there's a mistake written in there somewhere where it says instead of 500 grams of flour and it says, I don't know, 5,000 grams of flour, then you're going to order that much. So just double check all that. What we do now is you can show ingredients again. So we'll have a look and we're going to go by recipe because I've added my Greek pita bread in here. So I don't need the water. I'm going to get rid of that. I won't need the milk because I'm going to add that as a separate item. So we've got baker's flour, don't need sugar, don't need yeast, don't need salt. Let's go with the butter and leave that the way it is. Now from here you can order the ingredients if you're choosing to go to Woolworths and have them delivered, or have them so that you can put them in your boot. You know, they'll pack them for put them through and put them in your boot, or you can actually print. So you can print this list or you can share it. You could actually share it to your phone or your husband's phone if you wanted to pick it up on the way home from work. But if we go to order ingredients, this is what happens. You must have an account with Woolworths to start. You choose your store. It's just Woolworths here in Australia. Now, what happens now is Woolworths will actually throw up examples for you to choose. Now, here we've got our Woolworths gluten-free flour. So I'm not sure what recipe that asked for that. So I'm going to swap that out because I don't need gluten-free flour. So I'm going to make this select on a White Wings one. Of course, you can actually just get rid of it completely. And that is gone now. And then we've got, the next one was we needed bread flour for those wraps that I've got. So say if we don't want Lighthouse one, we can go swap and we can scroll and choose what we like. And if you don't see what you like here, type in here baker's flour. So Sorry, my internet's really slow at the minute. There you go. So Wallabies Baker's Flour. So that's the one I want. So I'm going to select that one. Now that has just swapped that Lighthouse brand one out to Wallabies Baker's Flour. So we'll just leave that the way they are. So this is how you go through and swap out what you want and what you don't want. So then all you need to do is, if you're happy with this list now, you just go add to Woolworths cart, and bingo, you're adding 17 items to your Woolworths cart. All of a sudden it goes over to your Woolworths account. And let's see if I can move me out the way. Here's my list of things that are in my cart now. And I can actually still from here change things. Because I know here, Woolworths, these peeled tomatoes, I can go here and go Annalise. And find the ones that I buy, which are these. Go there, and you can see that it swapped that out. Now these two things aren't available, which is fine. What you do is you go through and you go yogurt. Oh, we can go Greek. Yogurt. And swap out to the one that you normally buy. And do that. And now that's there, and we can delete that one. So if you're happy with this list now, you can check out. Whenever add things usually to this cart, what I do is I go back to here and I will put things in that I normally buy. So not A4, it's A2. A2 milk. So I buy, unfortunately, which is quite expensive, 4 of these every week. Because we drink a lot of coffee and my husband has cereal every morning. So 4 of these, I add that to my list. So when you go checkout, if you have an account with Woolworths, it remembers you, and the things that you normally purchase, you can add them to your list. So it goes, oh, did you forget tissues? Did you forget chicken thigh fillets? So on and so forth. And you can just do that, and then you go continue to checkout. You can choose your date. I don't know about your area, but in my area, partner deliveries are no good. I'm just going to go to Monday, and then you'll see what I mean. So I usually choose a green delivery. That usually means that it's their trucks and they're in your area. So they're using less fuel, etc., to do that. Partner deliveries, I find in our area, there's often mistakes. I get someone else's bags and someone else gets my bags. But if they're the Woolies trucks, so they're any of these other times, they're fine. But I guess it's probably the area that you live in, and who your partner deliveries are. So these partner deliveries, they just come in a car. So they're like Uber or something like that. But yeah, I just find that they make lots of mistakes in our area. Now you'll see that my delivery fees are 0. That's because I pay a fee every year. Last year I saved $400 on delivery fee. No, sorry, I'm lying. I saved over $200 on delivery fees, and I actually gained over $400 in points. So at Christmas, over December, I've virtually paid for nothing. So yeah, that's just a bonus that if you're a member, that's what happens. Plus, yeah, the savings are huge. Like if you can shop and use the savings every week, that's really cool. All right, I'm just going to delete my cart, which is also, I'll just move this out and say remove all. Yes, remove everything. Continue shopping. And that's as simple as that. Okay, so like I said, it's a big subject. So let's stop this here. Thanks a heap for joining me today. I really hope you found this session useful. If you did, I'd be over the moon if you could share me with your friends. And hey, if you stumble across any of my recipes on socials, I'd love it if you shared it on your timeline. It's a fantastic way to help others find out about me. Also, just a heads up, Thermomix is how I earn my bread and butter. It's a commission-based business, so unless someone purchases from me, I don't earn anything. I run a lot of these events for free. So if you know someone who's thinking about getting a Thermomix and reckon that they might be the right fit for me as their consultant, give them a nudge and let them know about me.